Okay, so we are going to test these 4 known powders: baking soda, baking powder, cream of tartar, and cornstarch. So those are our 4 known powders, and then we have this unknown powder. I'm trying to figure out which one of these known powders is the unknown powder. So we're going to test these 4 powders with water, with vinegar, with an iodine solution, and then with this pH indicator, which is showing us how acidic each powder is, depending on the color it changes. Okay, so I have my dropper here, and I'm going to suck up some water, and I'm gonna do 3 drops on the baking soda and record what happens. Are there any bubbles formed, or was there any color? Looks like white color and no bubbles. All right, and now I'm gonna do vinegar on baking soda and 3 drops. Oh, looks like white color and lots of bubbles forming for baking soda and vinegar. Now I need to rinse out my beaker, rinse out my dropper with my beaker, excuse me. And okay, now I'm gonna do the next one. Now I got iodine, and I'm gonna put some iodine on baking soda and record the color. Looks like, kind of like, oh, it's changing. Kind of red. Oh yeah, that's red color. Are there bubbles forming? No, I'm gonna say no bubbles forming for baking soda and iodine. Okay, just about ready to do the indicator solution. Just gotta rinse out my dropper. Okay. Indicator solution. Oh, okay. Like light blue color. Cool. I'm gonna rinse out my dropper, and then I'm gonna work on baking powder. Okay, here we go. Baking powder and water. Looks like bubbles are forming. I don't know if you can see that, but bubbles are definitely forming right here with baking powder and water. Yeah, lots of bubbles forming. Still the white color though. That's baking powder and water. Now let's move to vinegar and baking powder. See what happens. Oh yeah, lots of bubbles forming. Still white color though for vinegar and baking powder right here. Bubbles forming. So record that on your data table. Next we've got iodine and baking powder. 3 drops. Maybe a few more than 3. See what happens with the iodine. Looks pretty like dark color there. Okay. Now we're gonna do the indicator with the baking powder. Oh, look at that, it's turning purple. That's cool. Okay, we got purple for baking powder in the indicator. Now let's do water and cream of tartar. I don't think I see any bubbles forming, and it's still white for cream of tartar and water. Okay, let's try vinegar and cream of tartar. I think those are just Yeah, I don't think any bubbles are forming for vinegar and cream of tartar. So white and no bubbles for cream of tartar. Record that on your data table. I'm gonna rinse out my dropper. And we'll do the iodine now. Oops. Okay, record that color. That's kind of like red. It's like, that's very red. Okay, now indicator for cream of tartar. Oh, purplish pink. Pretty. That's a nice color. All right, rinse it out, and we'll do cornstarch next. Cornstarch and water. Let's do a little more. Are there bubbles forming? Or is it just mixing? Kind of looks like those bubbles were maybe from my dropper. So cornstarch and water looks just like white and no bubbles forming. Cornstarch and water. Okay, now let's do vinegar and cornstarch. Vinegar and cornstarch. Yeah, looks the same. No bubbles forming with cornstarch and vinegar and still staying white. Let's rinse out the dropper and the rinsing beaker. Oops. Okay, iodine. Wow, look at that one, kind of changed color. Very dark. Okay, that's like black and red. No bubbles forming for iodine and cornstarch. All right, almost done. Indicator and cornstarch. Ooh, that's like a dark color blue. Cool. That's pretty. Or like, oh, now it's kind of dark purple. Dark purple, I'd say. No bubbles forming though. There's bubbles forming here though with the baking powder. That looks like bubbles forming right there. Bubbles forming in baking powder in the indicator. Baking powder, very reactive. Okay, now we're on to our unknown powder. We're trying to figure out which one of these is our unknown. Here we go. Water and the unknown. What's happening there? Looks like, I don't know if you can see. Looks like just a mixture going on there. White, no bubbles forming for the unknown, and water. Okay, let's try vinegar. Oh, yeah. Wow, that's a lot of bubbles for that one. These two bubbled like that. And then now we're going to do iodine and our indicator. Rinse out our dropper. Okay, iodine. Okay, wow, that's really black. Okay. That's interesting. It's very red, but it might change color. Okay. I think we're ready to do our indicator. There we go. What's it gonna do? Oh, look at that. Okay. Cool. So we did all our tests. Ah, look at this. This color now is different. It's kind of changed. So, which one of these 4 known powders is the unknown using the data from this testing chart? Is the unknown powder cornstarch? Do these match? Is the unknown powder cream of tartar? Is the unknown powder baking powder? Or is the unknown powder baking soda? What do you think? Now flip to the Analyze Results section of your paper and tell me, what is the identity of the unknown? Which liquids did it react with? What observations you made? And question number 3, baking soda and indicator are reactive or inert. And we know this because reactive means like a chemical reaction occurred, and inert means the opposite, means nothing happened. So circle that one. All right, and then you don't have to do the rest of this part. Just up to Analyze Results. Thanks, bye.